This isn't gonna work well.
It's fun.
In this video, we're going to use styrofoam cardboard construction adhesive, drywall mud, some ground foam, and some real dirt to extend the mezzanine level on my Carleeton scene to make access for a new service road. Hey everyone, I'm Steve Brown and welcome to It's My Railroad. On this channel, we bring you the highest quality modeling videos we possibly can, showing you how to make great scenes, dioramas, and model railroad stuff. So if you're into that sort of thing, make sure and subscribe. And then while you're on the channel page, don't forget to check out that join button to get access to some bonus content like midweek videos and of course our live stream we do twice a month called Track Smack. But in this video, like I said, I need to extend this side of the railroad out to make access for a service road. Now, as we get to the body of the video, I'm going to tell you why, but the materials I'm going to use are slightly unorthodox. Not a lot of guys will do it this way, but here's the deal. I'm using styrofoam, cardboard, and drywall mud, and the reason is I'm in construction and we buy from Amazon. All three of those things are free. And the drywall mud, as you're going to see, very easy to work with, takes paint very well. It's an awesome medium. You got to sand it. It gets a little dusty when you do, but other than that, really thrilled with the result. So I invite you to join me on this little journey as we extend my mezzanine level out and put in this service road. Okay, so this is the track plan that I'm modeling up here on the railroad. And the part I want to concentrate on now is this road down here. I want to make sure and include that road because it's integral to the scene up here. And I've got a little something different I'm going to do down here, however. Now the problem is my main line is sitting right where the road is supposed to go. So what I'm going to do is build off of this just for the road and have it sort of, I don't know, slope down to this track down here somewhere. And to get that done, we're going to use this. Boom, my old friend, white styrofoam. I'm going to take some measurements, cut this piece down, make some smaller pieces where necessary, glue it down, and then we'll just put some drywall mud on top of it. So the first thing we'll do is check, see how tall I need to make the piece. And it's hard to see in the camera, but that's 1 3/4 inches right there. And then we'll just lay this down, measure away, and it looks like I got 2.5 inches coming away from it. Now that 2.5 inches is going to get me down here pretty close to this track, but we'll cut that and fine tune it as we move forward. So let's pull out the hobby table and we'll go ahead and mark out that piece of styrofoam. Start by making the 2.5 inch piece or cut. 2.5. 2.5, bring in my long straight edge and mark it. Now, as you guys know, cutting white styrofoam leaves quite a bit of mess. So what I'm going to do is take it outside, make that cut down the 1 3/4 inches, and then we'll bring it back in here and put it back up on the layout, see how it looks. Okay, I got the first piece cut here, and what I basically did is I just used the jigsaw to cut this nice straight edge, but the jigsaw didn't cut all the way through, so you see I kind of got this bermed edge here where I finished it off with my hobby saw, but that's okay because I'm gonna end up with a little berm on that side anyway, I think. So I think what we can do is just tuck that in like that. That's not looking too bad. And glue that down. So the question now is, how do we glue it down? I think what we might try to do is use either construction adhesive or wood glue. Give me a minute to work that out. So I decided to go with this. Boom, Gorilla heavy duty construction adhesive. Now, you know, I glued down my roadbed, my track with this, and done some scenery work with it. For this, I'm gonna use it because it holds on tight and it dries really quick compared to wood glue. So boom, here we go. Looks like I made the hole too small to get all this out without a lot of work. Oh, we'll correct that. Just like with my track, take that, go through and thin it out. And that's pretty close to being able to hold up, I think. I do have a bit of a problem right here though, as I'm trying to bend that around. It's kind of pushing this in. I have to hold it in there right. It's under a lot of pressure right now. Yeah, how about this? There. I'll hold that there till it's dry, I think. Well, that seems to have come out okay. We are moving right along with putting this piece in. Got some drywall screws holding it in shape. And once that dries, it should stay right there. What I may do, though, is go through and put a bead right along there just to make sure it stays sealed and doesn't go anywhere. Then after that, we're going to move over to here and put this piece in. While all that's drying, I thought I'd bring up a little truck right here so we can kind of get the idea of the scale. Now, this truck is going to be riding along in the right-of-way, so it can be up pretty close. But you see out here, it leaves us some room to sort of bevel that down and make some sort of a hillside right there. So I'm pretty encouraged by that. I do have this problem right here though. Some kind of way I screwed up when I was cutting the styrofoam, and this isn't gonna work right here, a little valley. I need to maybe put a little piece of styrofoam in there, because if I fill it in with the drywall mud I intend to use to cap this with, it's just gonna crack and be kind of gross. So if I can at least fill up that with something, I'll be doing good. So I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go cut that out and run some more pieces down there. At the end, when we come back, we'll start shaping this thing. Okay, well, I've got all that styrofoam glued down on there now, all the way down to the end. Down here, I did a little something different. The styrofoam pieces were getting a little small, so instead of using that, I just had some leftover plaster cloth, and I just laid that in there to do the transition. I think it came out pretty good. Now let's get to shaping this stuff. All right, a couple things about shaping this. First of all, I'm just gonna use my hot wire knife and go along there and shape it. It leaves some nice serrations or striations in the styrofoam, and it cuts pretty good. It's a little smelly, but it works. Second thing is, I don't really have a grand master plan on this deal. I just wanna put a hillside in, so I'm just gonna cut it and see what happens. It's pretty simple. We'll get up here close to where we left off the other piece and just start sawing up and down with the hot wire knife. Let's pull that piece out and see what we got. Now, if you can see in there or not, but I've got this sort of striated edge right there that didn't look too bad. Later on, when we put the drywall mud in there, we can sort of smooth that out or put some more striations in it or whatever we want to do. But anyway, I'm just gonna go through this entire thing doing this and sort of shaping it as I go. Well, as I'm looking at it, there's something I kind of messed up on. This right here is too low. See that gap right there? That road is supposed to be up kind of flush with this tempered hardboard, and it's not. So here's what I end up doing. I've cut me some cardboard that I can fit in there like that, and then glue that down, and then build myself a better surface on top of that with the drywall mud. Now I could just fill all that in with drywall mud, but that's gonna be a lot of it, and it's gonna dry like slow, and it's gonna crack. It's gonna be a tragedy. So this is what I got going on. So I've cut me some pieces to put on down there. Let's get to that, and then let's get to the drywall mud, baby. I don't need a whole lot on here, just enough to stick it down. Like that. Well, I got all that cardboard in for the road, and it's coming out pretty good. I've done this sort of thing before and put something like Sculpt-A-Mold or drywall mud on top, and it's always worked out okay. Might be sanding it a little, but other than that, looks pretty good to get going. Next thing, we've got to tape off the track. So like many of you, I've learned that no matter how careful I am putting this drywall mud down on here, invariably I'm gonna get some up here on this track and even the bottom track down here. So simple matter to remedy. Simply get some masking tape and run it right along the cork road bed. And then fold it over the track. Rocket science, huh? Boom. I'm gonna run through and get that done on the rest of the track and the lower portion. We'll take one more look and then we'll get to covering this up. Well, I got all the masking tape on there and I think I've got it pretty well protected, and now it's time for this. Boom, drywall mud, a whole lifetime supply. Look at all that, baby. This will last me forever. Did I just say that? Yes, I did. So anyway, we're gonna open this up, get some gloves on, then just take a handful of this stuff, like this, baby. That's what I'm talking about. And then go through and start slathering it on. Now it goes on a little, hey, what's that doing there? It goes on a little wonky at first. The idea is just to get it on here. And as it slowly sets up, we'll be able to smooth that out a little bit better. But for now, let's just get a bunch of it on here. It's kind of like frosting on a cake. And then as we move along, just use this piece of cardboard as a trowel. Sort of smooth it out. Something kind of like that. Now I'm going to go through and spend about an hour getting the rest of this. I'll show you how it looks when I'm done. So the drywall's had enough of a chance to dry where I'm going to take a sanding sponge, basically. It's kind of a coarse one. And just go through and sand it down to knock down the high spots, kind of blend it in a little bit. And after sanding it, you see it's kind of smooth. There's still some contour. And you can kind of also see some of the styrofoam through there. That's no big deal because we're getting ready then to put on a skim coat. That's the top coat. That's ultimately going to be what you see. Just before applying the skim coat, I decided I wanted to build it up right here a little bit for the dirt road to sort of pass over the tracks. And I figured, what the heck, I got drywall mud, let's just slather it on. I'm gently sanding on top of the rails to make sure that the drywall mud isn't up on top. And when we're done, this is what it looks like. Now, one of the things I like about drywall mud, as opposed to using Sculpt-A-Mold or let's say Hydrocal, is even after it's set up, I can get in there very easily with my X-Acto knife and pick out between the railroad ties where I don't want the drywall mud. I can use the back of my X-Acto knife to get in there and scrape out enough so the wheel flanges pass over it. And heck, I can even sit there with my blade and sort of scrape it down below the railhead height. This is sort of looking from the back of it. You can see the berm, you can see the pickup truck in there for scale. You're not really going to see where that berm meets the road normally. Now I've gone through, I've painted it brown using my old friend, just brown chalk paint. So this leads us to where we are right now, and that is the time to start putting in some of this ground cover right here. Now, it's my intention to turn this into a dirt sort of path over the tracks. And you see I've already painted it brown. I went through and I scraped out all the drywall mud in here. And I've already run my train across there to make sure it runs okay. But I'm gonna take some white glue and brush it on here, right along here, and kind of out this way. Just a small piece to get us started, and then we'll sift some dirt and drop it on. And put some down on here. brush it all around, trying to keep it off of my rail heads. Make sure the top of those rail heads is free of glue. I'm not gonna lie to you, we're gonna have to probably come back through and clean these rails again. Once all this dries. Kind of like that, all right? And I've got this cup here with a stocking on it and some actual real dirt in there. Just go through and sprinkle it on there. Now there's more going on than we need, but as long as we cover the whole area like that, I think we'll be in good shape. Well, there you go. That's got the dirt on it. It's kind of still dry, but as you can see, the dirt turns dark when it gets wet, because what happens when you get dirt wet? It turns into mud, mud gets dark. I got a treatment I'm going to do later on that to sort of brighten that back up, but for now, that looks good. Well, I went through and got a little crazy putting my scenery materials in. I was just having so much fun doing it that I did a little bit more than I told you I was going to do. But come the end of the day, pretty stoked so far with the progress. But here's what I want to focus on right now. Remember I told you, as I'm putting the alcohol and glue on here, see how the dirt kind of got dark right there? It doesn't really look all that great to me, but I have a solution. Boom, this is my bright boy that I use to clean the track, right? If I take this and I just start scratching along, like that. See how it's brightening that road right back up? Funny thing about dirt, it's really hard to get it cleaned up unless you use water. I don't know if you've ever swept up your floor or not. Well, I'm sure you have, whatever. But it's really hard to get all the dirt. If you use something wet, it'll pick it up. So what'll happen is I will get all that just pressed back in there all the way down like that. And then even when I vacuum over it, it'll still maintain that brightness. I've done it before, I'm gonna do it again. Gonna go through and get the rest of this road and then we'll see about wrapping this thing up. Well, I gotta tell you, I already know how this video ends and totally stoked with how this came out. Watching my trains run through there, going over those dirt grade crossings without a problem, and just seeing how it looks with the pickup truck and stuff in there. Cannot wait to finish building the back of the scene. So anyway, as you can see, regular guy techniques. You just carve up some foam and cover up some drywall mud and sand it down, paint it, boom, you can do the same thing I did. Not rocket science. I know I've said it more than once, but it continues to be true. So anyway, thank you for joining me today on It's My Railroad. Hope you had a ton of fun watching the video. I had a ton of fun working on this project. And until next time, my name is Steve Brown, and rail on, my friends.